Hey, everybody, grace and peace. My name is Paul Dezay, and the pastor of Sandy Hook United Methodist Church. Good to be with you on this Wednesday for our weekly devotion and update from Sandy Hook UMC. So, hopefully, you are having a good week this week. So, hey, let me move out of the way so you can see the background here. Let's see. Yeah, there you can see it. Says wear red for Pentecost. This coming Sunday is Pentecost Sunday, June the 5th, 2022, and wear red. Yeah, let's make this a tradition for Pentecost Sunday to wear red on Pentecost. Yeah, I love traditions. I love doing fun stuff like that. So wear red, and yeah, we'll have a good time. All right, let's do the devotion. Devotion is called Weird in a God Way. Weird in a God Way. Now, since we are approaching Pentecost, I got Pentecost on the brain. So I'd like to talk about Pentecost for a second. The Pentecost passage that we read is from Acts chapter 2, which is this event that took place. There was this Old Testament festival called Pentecost. And when all the Jews were in Jerusalem celebrating this Pentecost, there was this event that took place. It's actually kind of a really weird event. The let me just read it. Let me describe the weirdness. Acts chapter 2, it says, when Pentecost day arrived, they were all together in one place. Suddenly a sound from heaven, like a howling of a fierce wind, filled the entire house that they were sitting. And then they saw what seemed to be individual flames of fire alighting on each one of them. They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages as the Spirit enabled them to speak. That, my friends, is weird. There is a wind blowing inside of a house. Weird. There is individual flames of fire on their head. Weird. And then they're speaking in different languages and they understand them. Weird. Weird, 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 weird. The Pentecost event that happened 50 days after Passover, 50 days after Easter was very weird. What do you think of when you hear the word weird? The word weird for me often brings up ideas of being eccentric or odd. It's not necessarily a good thing to be called weird, to be called odd, to be called different. Um, but when we really take a look at the words that describe who Jesus is, the words who describe who God is, the words that describe the Holy Spirit, we understand that there's a lot more weirdness going on. Let me explain. The Greek word for weird means to be out of center, to be moved out of center. The Hebrew word for weird, which is um, it means set apart. And so, if you have been around the church, oftentimes the word I'm describing for weird is the word for holy. Yes, the word holy, holiness, has a connotation of being different or being weird. And so when we talk about God, he's not odd or eccentric, but God is different. He is set apart. And the story of Pentecost is a story of God moving and setting apart a group of people to be weird, to be different, to be resembling the different God that we worship, to resemble the holy God that we worship. And so, when you take a look at Pentecost, and you might describe these things as odd or weird, they really reflect how our God is different than what we assume and different than often what we expect. This God of love is different because instead of punishing us, he restores us. Instead of judging us, he sets us free. That's weird, my friends. That's different. And so I'd like us to consider that in the story of Pentecost, and really all of the book of Acts, it's a story of God making his people weird the way that he is weird, making his people different the way that he is different, to make his people holy the way that he is holy. This Holy Spirit, this spirit that is different, that comes upon these people, are setting them apart, sanctifying them, making them holy, making them different, and to a certain degree, making them weird. Now, can I just pose a question? We often move away from this idea of being weird or being called weird, but is normal really working? Is normal working for us as the church? Is normal working for you? Maybe weird is exactly what we need. I mean, we are wired for weird, but we prefer safe. We are wired for weird, but we prefer safe. But maybe God desires to make us weird, to make us different, to move us in a different direction, to make us holy the way that He is holy. And I think that's what Pentecost is. We move away from weird, we move away from different, but really the whole book of Acts is God moving His people in a different direction, filling them with His Spirit, His presence, His love. And when that happens, weird things take place. So, anyway, we're kind of weird in a God way, and that's okay. And that's what Pentecost is all about. We'll talk more about that on Sunday. Yeah, so I hopefully you appreciated that little devotion. So often we talk about holiness, we look at it from a different perspective, but I honestly think that the correct way to look at holiness is this concept of different. That God is different, and we are called to be different like He is different. And I guess that makes us weird. All right, some updated announcements. Hickory Creek Senior Living, the nursing home that we've adopted. June items to be collected and left in the basket in the narthex is birdseed, craft items, and bingo prizes. So more information is in the newsletter. Cards for resident. We have an updated list of the names of the residents. And so don't forget to send out Father's Day cards to the guys, right? And then worship service. We have a worship service at Hickory Creek Senior Living on Sunday, August the 14th at 4 o'clock. Dale Seacrest will be leading us in music. I'll be sharing a devotion and we'll be serving communion. We love a lot of helpers to love on the guests and help pass out communion. So if you'd like to go with me and Dale, let us know. It's going to be a great time. And hey, you know what? Kids. The seniors love kids. So community yard sale is this coming Saturday. It's not too late to set up a booth, but we're also needing shoppers. So it's 8 to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Food will be sold. Our fellowship team is going to provide some food, and you can purchase food there at the event. Proceeds, of course, will go to missions as well as all the proceeds from the entire event. Graduates recognition Sunday is this coming Sunday. So Sunday, June 5th, which is also Pentecost. Don't forget to wear red. So we're going to be celebrating our graduates during both services. United Women of Faith, will meet Tuesday, June the 7th at 11 a.m. at the Taylorsville Applebee's restaurant. Contact Lynn Coleman for reservations, and the Turning Point donation item is Walmart gift cards. Mulch Work Day is Saturday, June the 11th, starting at 8 a.m. We're going to put mulch, new mulch in the playground area. We need a lot of people. We need rakes and shovels and wheelbarrows to pull this off. So if you're available on that day, we would love to have some help to help our wonderful daycare ministry. Let's see. Upcoming events, we've got Prayer, Praise, and Pickleball begins on Wednesday, June 15th and runs through July 6th. Starts at 6:30. It'll be in the parking lot. Father's Day breakfast will take place during the Sunday school hour on Father's Day, June the 19th. So there'll be a sit-down breakfast in between those two services to honor all the men in the church. There'll be an outdoor service, combined service at 11 a.m. on Sunday, July 11th, followed by a pitch-in picnic, and Dale Seacrest and his band will be here again for the second year in a row, which is going to be awesome. Back to School Bash is Saturday, August the 6th from 11 to 2. Bounce houses and some food. It's going to be a great time. Maybe some other surprises along the way. We're planning a great event for back to school. And then we have Tim Chul annual benefit cookout on Saturday, August the 27th from 11 to 2. There'll be a bake sale, silent auction, and proceeds will go to benefit and bless Tim's most loved missions and charities. And Aubrey is selling T-shirts as part of a fundraiser to get some funds to get the ball rolling for the event. They're $20. Let her know. They need to be ordered, I think, by June 10th. Stacy and I just ordered ours. And so looking forward to wearing the Tim Tool memorial T-shirt. They're $20, remember, June 10th, and you can give her cash, and I think she does PayPal and Venmo, I think. So that information, of course, will be in the newsletter as well. And if you don't get the newsletter, send me an email or Judy in the office at sandyhook.org, and we'll get you signed up for the weekly Wednesday newsletter. I think I'm done talking. Remember to wear red this coming Sunday for Pentecost. See everybody. Grace and peace.